hurting people, killing visionary people, that's just their body you are taking. But their vision and the words that they speak and the ideals that they hold, you cannot kill those. Paul Kagame and his brutal regime in Rwanda has failed once again and is failing abysmally. This month, on the 15th or 16th of February, the government murdered a very popular gospel singer, a young man called Kizito Mihigo, because he wrote and published a song that they did not like, a song that was speaking about peace and reconciliation, a song that was urging Rwandans not only to remember the Tutsis that were killed in the genocide, but also to remember the Hutus that were also killed. The government didn't like this song because this song brings to the surface to the reality, a reality that all Rwandans know, that Kagame and his army killed countless numbers of Hutus in Rwanda and in Congo in revenge attacks, and continue to do this for several years, invading the neighboring country of Congo and causing havoc that has reaped consequences up to this day today. How is Kagame failing? By killing Kizito Mihigo, Kagame was hoping that he would send a very clear signal to the Rwandan people once again that he is not to be messed with. He wants to send a signal to the international community that he is immune from their words, that he will do as he pleases to the Rwandan people and to anybody who opposes him, that he will kill, he will disappear, he will harm any voice that rises up against him or that speaks a narrative that he would rather keep suppressed. And so by killing Kizito Mihigo, a very popular gospel singer, one who was loved by so many Rwandans, a young man with a promising future, and with songs that speaks of a morality that should be embraced by a nation, he wanted to send a message that nobody is immune, that even he can be murdered. This is a message that he has sent over and over again by killing people who supported him, by killing people who financed his rebel group, people who are close to him and who took the country with him, and by continually going after refugees all over the world. But people are standing up to Kagame and saying, we are not scared, and we will not be silenced. Killing Kizito Mihigo will not do that which you intended, Mr. Kagame. In fact, it has raised up a lot of voices. Even people in Rwanda who would not dare speak are now starting to speak out. You go on social media, people in Rwanda are now speaking out and saying that enough is enough. You go in the international media no longer has favor for you, Mr. Kagame, but they are actually calling for you to answer for your crimes and for the actions which you are perpetrating against the people of Rwanda. Kizito's body was buried. There was no autopsy. There was no coroner's report. Instead, what the government does is the prosecutor's office releases a statement. What does the prosecutor's office have anything to do with someone who has been killed, or as the government puts it, committed suicide in a prison cell? But this is how Rwanda works. There is no institutions in Rwanda. Just listen to the words that Paul Kagame said recently in order to put fear into the hearts of people and in order to silence people, again warning against what he will do to Kizito Mihigo and other people who will speak out against him. Just listen.
They have gone to prison, then they have come out of prison, and for it we have forgiven them, and then they start playing those games again. We will put you where you belong. It's not possible. And those ones who make noises about it, we will see what they will do. Yes, I'm telling those who play games with this nonsense.
This just goes to show what kind of country Rwanda is. It's a country without institutions. It's a country where the head of state, the executive, can speak openly about putting people in prison and even threatening people's lives by saying, we will put you where you belong. So in other words, he was saying to Kizito Mihigo and other people that he's murdered, we'll put you in the ground for doing what you're doing. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Kagame, we are not afraid. Rwandan people are not afraid because Rwandan people have had enough of your malice. Rwandan people are tired of your cruelty. You are not the only leader recently to be cruel against their people. And indeed, you're not as powerful as some of the leaders that have been removed from power by their people because people had had enough of them. You only have to look a few years ago to the Arab Spring. Look at your friend Blaise in Burkina Faso. There are many leaders that had less arrogance than you who were removed from power by their people. At the end of the day, you must remember that it is the people that you serve and the people do not serve you. So you have no right to stand before the media and before the people of Rwanda and start threatening people in the manner that you threaten them, not only in this video, but on many occasions where you've stood and actually gloated in the killing of Rwandans, gloated in the blood of Rwandans that have been shed at your hands and the hands of your operatives. You have failed, because whereas you thought that Kizito Mihigo's death would silence people, people will rise up and they will stand up against you, and they will call for justice for Kizito and for many other people that you have killed and that I'm sure you're planning to kill. Kizito's voice has not been silenced. And just to let you know, many people in Rwanda are right now in their houses mourning Kizito, and they're actually singing the song that Kizito left for us and many other songs that he wrote about peace and reconciliation. You can kill the man, but you cannot kill his voice, you cannot kill his spirit, you cannot kill his ideals. And just to prove to you that his ideals are still well and alive, I will sing his song that he left, the song that caused you to kill him, but the song that you will not kill, a voice that you will not silence, and an ideal that will continue to run through the veins of Rwandans, because Rwandans are good people, they are forgiving people, they are people who want reconciliation, they are people who want the truth to come to the surface, and you are standing in the way of that. Urupfu nicyo kibi kiruta ibindi. Urupfu nicyo kibi kiruta ibindi. Ariko utubera inzira igana ikiza kiruta ibindi. Urupfu nicyo kibi kiruta ibindi. Urupfu nicyo kibi kiruta ibindi. Ariko utubera inzira igana ikiza kiruta ibindi. You know, Mr. Kagame, you should have listened to the song that Kizito wrote that you killed him for. He was saying that death is the worst thing, but it also makes a way or ushers somebody into a greater place that is greater than any other place. So where you think you have killed him, maybe you thought that you had destroyed him. Perhaps you haven't destroyed him, but you've actually increased fire on your head, and you've actually ensured the judgment that is coming against you for the people that you have killed, for the families that you have destroyed, for the mothers that you have made childless, for the children that you've made orphans, for a country that you are destroying with your greed and your cruelty, for a region that you have terrorized. These things you have to answer for. But killing people, killing visionary people, that's just their body you are taking. But their vision and the words that they speak and the ideals that they hold, you cannot kill those.